How to vet a potential play partner. The 5 questions you need to be asking during every negotiation. Number 1. What are your top 2 or 3 kinks? This helps to determine your common ground as for what should actually take place during the scene, but this also highlights the level of extremity that a person is at, and also highlights whether they are into things like pain or impact or degradation, humiliation, those kinds of things. What you're looking for here is a theme. Are they only listing violent kinks, or are they listing things that show that they have a variety of interest? The reason that it's better to hear that they have some variety in what they like is because it starts to get concerning, like in the yellow flag area, if they only list that they want to do violent things, if they only want to hurt somebody, or if they only want to degrade somebody, then you've got to be a little bit worried about what kind of person they actually are. Question number 2. Is this scene going to involve sex, be open to sex, or strictly be non-sexual? There's a common misconception that kink always involves sex. It doesn't. For some people, myself included, kink is not about a sexual experience. I actually do enjoy partaking in scenes where we're only doing kink activities, so it's only like impact or wax play or things like that, and there's not even any sex involved at all. And while asking if a scene is open to sex, and you're not saying that it specifically has to go one way or the other, if you feel like that's kind of ruining the element of surprise and spontaneity, again, this is a person that you are not very familiar with, and so you do need to communicate these boundaries and your consent. Then, if you end up engaging in more scenes with them over a longer period of time, you get to know them, then you can start opening up the relationship for more spontaneity. But you have to build that trust first, and even if it doesn't feel really sexy to describe everything so explicitly at first, consent is absolutely the sexiest thing you can have. Question 3. What is your preferred safe word? If they do not have an answer, that is a red flag. Whether you are a dom or a sub, you should be able to answer this question easily. You always need to have a safe word before you're engaging in BDSM scenes. And if they say that they tend to use the safe words of other partners that they've had in the past, they should be able to give examples. Even the stoplight code is completely valid, but the point is making sure that there's not much hesitation to answering this question. Number 4, I can't believe that I'm even having to say this one, but you have to ask them if they have cameras regularly stationed in their scene space, and whether those cameras are easy to move or unplug. It's really sick and horrifying, but there are a lot of people who will secretly film BDSM scenes and sexual acts, and then they'll sell that footage online without ever telling the other person. If they answer that yes, they do typically tend to keep cameras around, that's not a red flag, but they should very easily say, oh yeah, of course we can move them, unplug them, whatever. They should not act like it is a hassle to do this for you. If they sound annoyed or exasperated, red flag. Walk away, do not play with this person. And question 5, what do you usually prefer or need for aftercare? Yes, even doms should be able to answer this question. Even if there are doms who don't particularly feel like they need aftercare, they should still be able to talk about the subject with ease. For example, they should be able to talk about aftercare that they've given to previous subs for particular scenes and why they gave them that specific aftercare. And subs that can't identify what they need for aftercare, or who try to act like they don't need aftercare at all, are risky subs to get engaged with. That is because that's a sub who is used to abandoning their own needs, and they're not very good at standing up for themselves. And if you can't trust that your sub is communicating their needs 100% clearly, you're not obtaining 100% consent. And well, no consent, no scene. Simple as that. If you find a play partner who passes the negotiation with flying colors, then happy nefarious playtime. Stay safe, everybody.